it then says, I will confess his name before my Father. My question to you is, does that excite you? Because if it doesn't excite you, I don't know what's wrong with you. You better get into your prayer closet and ask God, what's wrong with me? Because I've shared, and I'll share this again, you know, Alice and I, we were in the Caribbean. We were in a number of different islands. And I love to go around and talk to people about Jesus. And we just saw so many lives touched on so many different places because we went out and just shared and talked about Jesus Christ. And that just fills my life with joy. And I didn't even think about this very much while we were doing it, but I think about it oftentimes when I go out and I preach in different places and everything. And it's been not an uncommon question for me to ask when I'm preaching. And I'll ask your congregation, you know what Jesus is doing right now? Right now, do you know what Jesus is doing right now? And people, I think maybe they're a little afraid to answer that question. And I said, well, he's talking about me. He's talking about me to the Father because he made a promise. He said, if you confess me before men, I'll confess you before the Father. Now, if that idea, it should excite you to talk about Jesus, but it should excite you more to know that Jesus is talking about you. And that's what you need to be doing, is confessing him before men. Now, I don't want to get way ahead of myself here, but in the next letter, it talks about, and we'll talk more about this next week, that Jesus Christ has the key of David. He opens the door that no man can shut. And he closes the door no man can open it, right? And I asked Mark to do something, tonight. Mark came to the door and he knocked at the door. And I hollered to Mark, come in. So Mark came in. And my point was, and I explained this to Mark, was the door open?
It was.
He had that much trouble when I said it the first time.
It was unlocked.
Aha! Aha! The door was unlocked. But I can holler to Mark and say, come on in, the door is open. Now the door is physically closed, but it's unlocked. Jesus has the key of David. All right? Opportunities that the Lord places before us. You've got to be able to spiritually praise him. You've got to hear a voice that tells you, don't worry, it's unlocked. Because the door can look closed. But the Spirit will tell you, hey, it's unlocked. You have to be ready in season and out of season to preach the Word. That's what it says. Because we saw so many people. And if you look at their look, if you think, the setting's not right, the time's not right, and you'll hear the Spirit of God say, come on in, it's open.
It's open. We're ready.
You see, God, when he opens the door, what he's doing is he's placing an opportunity before us. But I've taught in all my seminars, you have to have vision to see the opportunity. But you got to have the boldness to seize the opportunity. You have to be willing to walk over to the door and draw it open. Okay? Go tell somebody about Jesus. Don't wait till you get to church. Don't wait till they come to church. Be the person who confesses Jesus Christ before men. Because when you do, Jesus Christ will confess you before the Father. And like I said, if that's not exciting you, I don't know what to say. Why don't you leave the Bible study, go turn your television on and find something that excites you. But if you have the Spirit of God within you, the things of the Spirit should excite you. It is the Spirit of God who will bring joy to your life. That's a gift of the Holy Spirit, a fruit of the Holy Spirit. Not the things that the world has. It's sewage out there. Okay. Jesus Christ said, I'll say it again, I want to say this one more time. Therefore, everyone who confesses me before men, I will also confess him before my Father who is in heaven. Isn't that nice? Probably be good if I stop there, but I'm going to not stop there. I'm going to read the second half of that. Okay. Whoever denies me before men, I will also deny him before my Father who is in heaven.
So worldly.
What does it take to deny Jesus Christ? I think what it takes is not to confess him.
You're doing one or the other.
You're doing one or the other. Because, you see, Peter wrote and said that we are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, called to show forth, to proclaim the excellencies of Him who has called us out of darkness and into His marvelous light. We are supposed to be proclaiming His excellencies.
I was tired of vainly looking. I had nights, you know, they sure were dim. And then the light shone through the darkness the moment that I turned to Him. He loves me yesterday